Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Our subject today is a Surface Pro 4, which is kind of curious for a few reasons. One, it has been completely demolished. The second, it will not boot to system. I have a note over here. The BIOS is locked, usual. Won't boot to OS, and the battery 0.8 amp. What does that mean? Let's see. Let's charge it up. See what it does. Can you see anything? Not really. Maybe now. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. What do we have? 147 milliamps. That's correct. It will go up after the battery starts charging a bit. The charging current will go up. So I would say there's nothing wrong with this one electrically, at least as far as the charging goes. It is really low though. I think at this point it should start charging with higher current. So maybe the charging circuit has some issues, but usually when there are issues with charging circuit, there's no charging whatsoever. Okay, let's boot it up. See what it does. It blinked a few times. That's not good. The password. But okay, so it went to the BIOS. Okay, won't boot to OS. So that's what we meant by won't boot to OS. It just goes to it goes to BIOS directly. So two reasons for that. Two possible reasons for that. One, obviously the SSD is damaged to the point where it cannot be detected. That's why it goes to the BIOS. Second reason, possible, it's a security feature. Could be. Now with this one, I only need to unglue this part, because this will just come off and part of the screen will be left on the frame. I could also, because it's really cracked everywhere, so that's gonna be a hassle to get through all this. Right. So the only point I see where I can get some off is here. So I'm gonna try that, and I'll probably just start cracking it to get it off. It's not gonna be easy, but nothing ever is. Connecting the SSD to the reader causes my USB hub to stop working. So we have a short on SSD. So that's why computer is not booting to the system. So that was an easy diagnosis. Now the only thing that we need to do is reset the BIOS. Now I didn't need to destroy these cables because I just pulled it off, and if you pull it too hard, the cables will just rip. The replacement screens come without these cables and without the little board that you need to install on the screen. So it's useful to have these, but I have so many of these that I just didn't really worry about it. But it wasn't a great choice. I probably, yeah, I should have pulled it, or I should have detached the cables before pulling the screen. As you can see, I modified my programmer. I removed the little bit of the pads over here. So now I no longer have to worry about soldering the chip. Now it works every time with no problems. Before, it would take me a few minutes to get the chip soldered on because it would just escape to the side. If you press on it, it wouldn't work. All kinds of stuff. And there we go. That is a great improvement to the programmer. So normally at this point I would be probably still fighting with soldering on the chip. Because you try first time, it doesn't work, then you adjust, it doesn't work, so the third time you clean the solder, put the new solder, flux, put the chip, and it takes minutes, sometimes multiple. But with this simple modification, it works every time, saves a lot of time. Okay, let's mark the SSD that it doesn't work, so I don't mislabel it and use it for something. And we'll put the new SSD on it, no problem. But first we need to clean the BIOS. Okay, we have no password. The touch works, everything's fine. Boot configuration, security, TPM's enabled. Date time 2021, May 5th. Okay, alrighty, so this is now working device. The only thing is the SSD that is not working, and I don't have any donors, 256 donors, so now this is my donor. It's too bad, because when you buy one of these and the SSD is damaged, that kind of takes away the majority of your win on these. And usually, well, when you buy them without SSD or with damaged SSD, no more than 15 bucks for the computer. If it's 40 bucks or 50, don't bother. You're not even gonna get your money back. Unless you're just finding it for yourself, then you can get the 256 version for 150, 130. They go as high as 200 bucks. But the damaged you can get for say 30 bucks, as long as the motherboard is working, and it usually does. It's only usually the battery and the screen, obviously. Especially if the SSD is there, then you can recover it for about 75 bucks. Get it working again. Well, this one is saved from the trash. The only thing left that I really don't appreciate doing is cleaning the frame, especially when there are shards of glass on it, like on this one. That's going to be time consuming, and I really don't appreciate that particular process. If it wasn't for the screen, this would have been, as you can see, pretty simple, pretty quick repair, resetting the password. But now, say this was the customer board, now we have to obviously replace the screen, but first we need to clean all that. And even if the screen comes in perfect condition, after removing it, I still have to clean the frame and put the new adhesive on. Otherwise the digitizer might not work correctly. So if it wasn't for that screen, it would have been very nice, quick, easy money. And instead it's kind of a sweaty money. Alrighty, fellas, I hope you found this interesting. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.